Sailing around the world, it's best to have specific sails for different sailing conditions. We have struggled to sail deep downwind, but today we're launching our new winged spinnaker, and it is proving to be an absolute game changer. Though we can't get too distracted by its beauty, as we have to sail 50 nautical miles from Tahanea to Fakarava within daylight, and unfortunately won't be leaving or entering the passes at an ideal time. That was pretty gnarly. Keep watching to see how the day unfolds. Good morning, guys. Today we are leaving Tahanea and heading to Fakarava. Right now we are heading across the lagoon, so I'm up on bommy watch and the sun is coming up. It is an absolutely beautiful morning. It is difficult to see the bommies visually right now the way the sun is in the sky, but we're using Google Maps satellite view, which is really quite accurate, and we have a track from Delos, so I think we'll be good to go. There's one right there. It was super hard to see, but I spotted it on Google Maps and then started searching the water, and I saw it, thankfully, because we were headed straight for it.
That one there is out of the water. You can see the splashes around.
Yeah. But those are better than the small ones, right?
Yeah. At least you see them.
Exactly. So it looks like we should be good for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The track is pretty. The track is pretty straight with no bombing for probably looks like all the way actually to the waypoint.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
although they're not marked.
right.
Some of them are just like small little rocks sticking off on the bottom of the ocean, of the bay. I mean, whatever it is, of the atoll.
The lagoon.
The lagoon. From the bottom of the lagoon.
Yeah, so I'll keep a watch up front still.
Yeah, thank you. Good move.
Everything looks clear bommy wise, but we do have a squall off to starboard. It looks like it might be moving towards us, but hopefully we'll be able to kind of get out up ahead, right?
Hopefully.
With each passing minute, the squalls seem to be growing in size. We are almost at the pass, and of course the squall is approaching us now. Winds are climbing 19, 20, and it was 10 knots, so wow, that's life out here in the 202s.
The tide is still going out, but the wind now is against the tide, so it creates some swell, some breaking waves.
There is quite a bit of chop out here.
The water is boiling ahead of us.
We were hoping our temporary rudder repair would hold up until Tahiti, but these waves weren't doing anything to help. If you're not sure what we're talking about, check out the video linked above and in the description below. That was pretty gnarly, but looks like we made it through the worst of it. Yoda's doing well. Huh. There's a rainbow over there. So right now we're gonna pull out the screecher, right?
Yeah, for maybe an hour or so. And then we're going to try a new wing spinnaker.
For the first time.
Yeah.
If you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up, leave us a comment down below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. There are 3 primary manufacturers of winged spinnakers: Parasailer, Wingaker, and now available through Precision Sails, Oxley. After some research and weighing the pros and cons, we decided to get ours from our friends at Precision Sails.
We follow this red line, make sure that it's straight. We need to follow this to the port tack, make sure it's straight. And here's the port tack, right? So this is the guy on port, which in this case will be a lazy guy, will not be working. Now we attach the sheet on port. We have a soft shackle for this, because the sheet is spliced. This is the one we had for the other spinnaker. The guy is kind of like a salvage rope for now. Eventually we'll get a better one. Now, to prevent it from falling in the water because it runs outside the lifelines, I'm going to secure this here. Temporarily. Coming here. It's going to go to that winch, which is now used by this creature. So the starboard sheet is going to be a lazy sheet. I still have to go ahead of the pearl screecher. We're going to put this on the starboard tack. This is the working tack, it's going to be on starboard. We're going to go up this block here. The working tack also has to go around the screecher, and the screecher will be furled probably. This is going to be the lazy sheet. Now set up. The sheet goes on this winch. We're going to leave it loose. The working guy comes to the low friction ring on starboard and goes to the main sheet winch. So, the working sheet on board goes to this dedicated winch on board.
The lazy guy runs through the low friction ring to the main sheet winch.
We have to blow up this balloon, which keeps the mouth of the sock open. It only takes a few pumps, and it's already hard. Plug it, and we can cover it, and it's ready. We also need to ensure that these straps here are behind everything.
Yeah.
Now we should probably go ahead and furl our screecher. we're going to run this spinnaker without the main. So it's important to transfer some of the energy from the top of the mast to the transom, and we'll do that using the docking lid. Then while Kristin hoists this line, the spinnaker, I'm gonna hold it, make sure it doesn't go over.
A huge thank you to our patrons. We are so grateful for your support. If you'd like additional content and real-time updates, consider joining the Harbors Unknown community on Patreon. Fabio secured the retrieval line so we wouldn't lose it. And then we hoisted the sail. Sailing is a life of constant learning. Every passage tests our wits and resilience. Wanderlust is a relentless teacher, pushing us to master new techniques and tackle fresh challenges. She demands intimacy, care, and love. She thrives on the unpredictable and has little patience for mistakes. Each passage with her is a transformative process, leaving us savoring each hard-earned lesson and nursing some sore bruises. Looks great.
Now we need to trim the sail.
Because we're off course.
So, of course.
Okay. First, we trimmed the port sheet.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Released the port guy or tack. Then I released the starboard guy while Fabio trimmed the port sheet.
Now we're going to let the sheet out a little bit until the leading edge starts laughing a little bit. When it starts laughing, that's as much as you can do there. You're going to bring it in a little bit more.
The beauty of the wing is it creates lift and forward movement and acts like a batten to keep the leeches open and prevents the sail from collapsing.
When you go down to like 130, like we're now 125, you probably should use the barber holder. Snatch block. For the first time setting this sail, it wasn't that bad.
Sailing around the world with the trade winds, you may often find yourself sailing downwind. We purchased an asymmetrical spinnaker thinking it would be our downwind workhorse, but during our Pacific crossing, we found it struggled with angles deeper than 145, 150, so we had to drive more often than we wanted, increasing our distance and time. We also tried going wing on wing with the main and screecher, but that didn't work very well. Since filming this video, we've used the wing spinnaker a good bit, and we're happy to report it easily sails from 180 to 80.
It does rub a little bit on that stanchion, but it does that also with the regular spinnaker. So maybe we need to move a block ahead of the stanchion there. We have 9 knots of wind, between 9 and 10, and so our wind speed is, our current wind speed is 7-8, and we're doing between 3.5 to 4.8 knots, sometimes 5. The wind picks up, it goes. The barber holder a little aft, there may be a better spot for it. I think here maybe. I think it's better here. Not 100%, but it feels. We got like another 15, but the wind went up to 13. So when the wind goes past 90, the guy starts rapping on the furlong here. So I'm gonna put a barber holder and bring it down to the bring the line down to the bowsprit.
Yeah, looks good. The wind continued to move forward of the beam, so we made a quick decision to drop the sail.
Secure this line with a daisy chain so it doesn't get entangled as much.
How do you do the daisy chain?
Like a loop, and you go like this, the loop, this, again, the lock, a lock effect so it doesn't come undone.
It's really important to stow the sail in an organized way so the next time you launch, it's easy to find the port and starboard tack, and the sail isn't twisted inside the sock. We store the sail inside the turtle bag from Precision Sails by keeping the red line straight and folding the sail on itself. Pretty much right after we put the screecher out, the wind died completely, and so we had to turn on the iron sails. We are about an hour outside of the Fakarava Pass, and so we'll get there right around 5 o'clock. Sunset is around 5:30, so anchoring will be a little tricky. Good news is we've been there before, so it always makes things easier. We see land! You see land! Yeah! Fabio is getting out our float so we can float the chain. We're here at the pass.
It looks pretty flat.
It does look pretty flat, but I've seen it, you know, the way the current runs. Remember how it runs so fast sometimes?
Yeah.
But I think we should be okay.
I hope so. Yeah, it'll be fine.
I think so.
You go this way, right?
Yeah. We could see our friends from Delos and Leesail heading towards us in Maggie. Hey guys! Thanks for the welcome! That was so sweet of them to come out and greet us.
How was it?
Yeah, still got light. Okay. The ideal time to enter a pass is at slack tide, but when sailing from one atoll to another during daylight, it's virtually impossible to leave and enter at slack. You're running at like...
2200.
Wow. The water is running past us so fast, so you feel like you think you're moving, but then when you look at the land, it's actually not moving hardly at all. Did the current calm down now?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the last marker that we have to go around, and then we can head into the anchorage. This morning we left Tahanea with hunger for exploration, ready to sail 50 miles pass to pass to avoid entering in the dark. Mesmerized by the dance of our winged spinnaker up for the first time by sunlight glinting off the waves, knowing that the smiles on our faces were grins of pride for not screwing up too badly, we pressed onward. The strong current in Fakarava South Pass planned to challenge us, but all we heard were cheers of friends who share our thirst for adventure. Next, we'll dive at one of the world's most renowned sites, the Wall of Sharks. Experiences and challenges, the life-changing moments that shape us, are chapters in an extraordinary story written over an ocean that tests, transforms, and leaves us craving for more.